we have a PAS-266 here. It's a little hard to see, the sticker's basically gone. But it is a Echo power head. Looks like we need to get rid of this. Problem is, when you actually connect, in this case the person is using it as a hedge trimmer, any type of attachment. The attachment kind of runs, but it does not have any power behind it. So it's usually a problem. That could be a couple things. One, the flexible rod that's in it could be broken, could be dislodged, that's what you hope, and or the actual mounting piece. In fact, let's just take a look at that now. There we go. Or this can sometimes be stripped out. This isn't horrible. It's also not great. Can also be the clutch. Clutch is going to reside back here. The drum is in this area. So what we are going to do is, one, I know the clutch is fine. I took this apart already, took a look at it, and I found a couple problems. It was actually, this is a new one. That piece was egged out and broken. So I talked to the guy. In addition, this screw mount on the broken one was also broken. Usually you can just buy the drum, take it out, put a new one in, but he wanted to just get a whole new piece, and I think the drum was like 30 bucks and this was like 55 or 60, so for double you get everything brand new. So let's take it off that and get started. Okay, if I'm a little nasally, it's a little smoky here today. Have to love those forest fires. So first step, let's take out all these. I want to remember the two outside of the long ones. At that point, this should just slip right out. Yeah. And I think, yeah, there's nothing holding these in anymore. So now, let's take out these. You don't need to remove the tank, but this is blocking our ability to take out the bottom screws that hold that on. Excuse me. Right for the wiping, I can't find the right bit, so I have to use a Torx. So if this wasn't the clutch, it'd be fairly obvious. I might want to loosen these two. It'd be obvious when you take it off, it'd be worn. There we go. why, but clutches on these I don't really see wearing out too bad. And this sometimes can be a little bit of a joy. Is there another one? I forget. Oh, there is. Oh, let me take this off too. Why? They make it so everything has to come off. I'll never know. I guess. So when you have to do one thing, you could do everything at the same time. Oh my god. Smoke today is horrible. There we are. And it's that broken piece I was talking about. So, it naturally doesn't come with a little rubber insert, so let's take that out. See, it's a little egged out there. I just can't get over this cough. This should be fun. Right. It's the simple things that make everything more complicated. I scraped off a little bit of the paint. Oh well. So now, I believe the only other item we need to steal off of this is this little bracket thing. I don't know how it goes in there. I think it snaps in. Yeah. There we go. So this is for the throttle. So we're gonna want it like this. Okay, now I guess the clutch is a tad worn, but there's still a lot of material on there. That's going to be a little cumbersome. I probably should just take the top off. Okay, fine. Nah, I'm gonna mess with this real quick. Got it. Okay. So now, put this. Actually, no. We need all these tiny little guys to go in first. Except for this one was the weird one. This one goes on the cover. I'm actually kind of glad he didn't want to have the drum replaced. You have to take off a C-clip. Yeah, well, no, not really a C-clip, but trying to take that clip off in the center is not easy. I have a pair of pliers, well, a couple, but they're all just too wide. At that point, you end up having to use like a couple of picks and a screwdriver, and people walk down the street and they cover their child's ears when you know, they hear what's coming from your garage. It's just not a pretty sight. And then you're really kind of kicking yourself. Why didn't I just spend the $30 and have a brand shiny new everything? Well, except for the top. And going to use these mount our gas tank. I know I have a set. But for whatever reason, I just can't find them. So Torx today it is. Oh yeah, I'll loosen the back ones too. Now, luckily the exhaust just slips into place. Well, exhaust cover. So a real dirty part here. Put these back in. I don't really think there's an up or down. They appear to be exactly the same thing, so. So, as you can see, there's a hole right there. Kind of want to align that hole with this center. And remember, it's a short one that goes in there. And these just kind of hug it together. So you can use a Torx. As you can tell, the only problem is sometimes you can strip it out. Don't go crazy. In addition, I also have another one. Let's see, there's a part number that's not Amazon. Well, I'll link a description below for both the actual whole cover and this. And to shove this in there. It's really easy to shove it in until it mounts, and it can be a little troublesome. I usually like to put this facing on the ground so the rod is facing up, and that way it just goes in straight. I'm going to go ahead and do that. In addition, we're going to put another one. This one doesn't look like it's horrible, but there's a small hole. Usually if they break anywhere, it's right there in the beginning. After that, it just goes downhill. Don't really want to remove it though. You can, I just don't really want to. Yet again, the kids decide to play in front of my house instead of their own house. A block away from here. We're here today. I actually really like this power head. Let's wipe this off. Okay, so to properly seat it, you seat the primer bulb first, and then you do the bracket. Man, some people just don't understand. I swear, I'm just going to turn it off. And then after this, we'll prime it up just to make sure. I asked him if he wanted to replace the filter. He said no, he already has all that stuff. He just asked if I could do the primer bulb. Because the filter is, you know, it's been youthful days. Now, got the filter dirty. There we go. No more leaky leaks. Well, let's put you in the little area. I'll be right back. So, the unfortunate part about all this is I can't really test this out officially without a head. He didn't give me one. But before, I was able to put my finger in here, and when it was running, very slowly, mind you, at least not full throttle, it wouldn't spin. And then I gave it more and more and more, and I could feel it kind of like doing this, but it would never spin. So I'm going to do something very similar. I've done it before. I don't really like doing it, so I'm just going to lightly touch it and do it that way. So let's see what happens. looks better. Even at that speed, it was spinning very, very fast, and I couldn't stop it. It was burning. But yeah, I'm happy. I'll put a link in the description below for both of these. I think the total is like 75 bucks, but not too bad. Should be a good little repair. And like I said, if you don't want to deal with having to take out that little clip, and if for any reason there's anything else broken on here or scratched or just really in poor condition, you can always just get the whole assembly minus the rubber piece and the guide. There we go. Use that right now. But yeah, if you like what you see, keep on watching, throw a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. If you have any ideas or questions or concerns, put a comment below. Definitely subscribe. I'll catch everyone later, and have a good night. Okay, I want to do a side note real quick, just because I know there might be someone who thinks it's just a clutch and should be replacing all of it. It does move, but once you put, let's see, maybe this is a better angle, any resistance on there, it slips. I mean, I'm barely moving it, and it's slipping. If you move it fast enough, I'm holding the drum. Still, it's just slipping in and out. In fact, just not holding the drum, I'm able to spin a lot more. I mean, it catches a little bit, that's what I was saying before, but that mating piece just, or I don't remember what that little area is called, but the slot, there we go, is just worn out and need to be replaced. Okay, so just wanted to add that. Have a good rest of your night, and see everyone later.